Welcome back to the Lakers News Fan Report, your daily source of the latest and most exciting developments in the world of sports. Whether you're a diehard Lakers fan, a basketball enthusiast, or someone who just can't get enough of the NBA playoffs, you've come to the right place. Today's episode is packed with drama, surprising twists, and crucial moments that could reshape the playoff picture in the Western Conference. You definitely won't want to miss this, as the unfolding events could lead to one of the most thrilling postseason runs we've seen in years. There's a lot to dive into, including major wins, unexpected losses, last-minute heroics, and potential matchups that could either propel or hinder a team's championship aspirations. Yes, we'll be taking a close look at how all of this impacts the Lakers, as well as the broader Western Conference landscape. So sit back and buckle up because this journey is just getting started. While the Lakers didn't have any significant stakes on the line regarding their standings today, many other teams in the Western Conference were far from in the same boat. Nearly every squad outside of the top three, the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Houston Rockets, and the Lakers, had critical stakes to play for. There were must-win games across the board, and the intensity was palpable. One of the most captivating stories came from the Denver Nuggets, who managed to secure a victory and lock in the fourth seed. This was no small feat, as it not only solidified their place in the postseason, but also allowed them to bypass the high-risk, high-reward play-in tournament. However, this success didn't come easy. A loss could have dropped them as low as the 6th or even 7th seed, a dangerous prospect for a team with championship aspirations. Imagine that, a title contender barely squeaking into the playoffs, or worse, being forced into the play-in tournament with everything on the line. That's the level of competition we're seeing in the Western Conference this year. Now that Denver has officially clinched the 4th seed, they will face off against the LA Clippers in the first round of the playoffs. If you missed the Clippers game today, it was quite a spectacle. They managed to pull off a thrilling overtime win against the Golden State Warriors, a game that had massive implications not just for them, but for the entire playoff picture. At one point, it looked like the Warriors might steal the win, and had that happened, the entire scenario could have shifted dramatically. But the Clippers showed their mettle, dug deep, and pushed the Warriors into the play-in tournament. That's right, the Warriors, a team that still holds considerable playoff pedigree, now find themselves in the play-in. It's a shocking turn of events, and honestly, it feels a little like karma given their inconsistent performances throughout the season. Amidst all of this chaos, the Lakers now officially know who they'll be facing in the first round, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And let me tell you, if I had to choose between playing the Warriors or the Timberwolves, I'd undoubtedly go with Minnesota. Not that either matchup would be a walk in the park, mind you. Let's be real about that. But when you factor in things like style, experience, and the potential for volatility, Minnesota appears to be the more favorable matchup for the Lakers. Golden State, no matter how up and down their regular season has been, always has the potential to find their rhythm come playoff time. With stars like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, they've proven time and again that they know how to win when the stakes are highest. On the other hand, while the Timberwolves have some great talent, they still seem a little green when it comes to playoff experience. Could this be the break the Lakers need to embark on a deep postseason run? Is this a sign that fate might be on their side this year? That said, we can't underestimate Minnesota. The Timberwolves closed out the regular season just one game behind the Lakers, with a record of 49 wins and 33 losses, compared to Los Angeles' 50 wins and 32 losses. That alone speaks volumes about how competitive the Western Conference has been this year. It's been a brutal battle all season long, and it's clear that a single bad week could have dropped any team down in the standings. Furthermore, when you look at the head-to-head matchups between these two teams this season, things have been evenly matched, with each team claiming 2 victories. The Lakers picked up the first win on opening night, a thrilling, emotional victory that kicked off the season, with a score of 110-103. It felt like a statement, like they were declaring, "We're ready for something special this year." But the Timberwolves responded emphatically in the second meeting, blowing out the Lakers 109-80. That defeat was a wake-up call, a harsh reminder that there were issues to address if they were to contend seriously. What's fascinating now is how much both teams have evolved since those early season matchups. The Lakers, for one, have grown significantly throughout the season. At the start, they were trying to build their offense around Anthony Davis. While he's undeniably a dominant force on both ends of the floor, it quickly became clear that this approach had its limitations. Since then, the Lakers have made adjustments, added new pieces, and retooled their style of play. The question now is whether this more balanced version of the Lakers will be exactly what they need to exploit Minnesota's weaknesses. Some analysts believe that if the Lakers can control the pace of the game and force the Timberwolves into half-court situations, they'll be able to tilt the series in their favor. On the flip side, much of Minnesota's success depends on the health and performance of their two primary stars. When they're firing on all cylinders, the Timberwolves can be an incredibly dangerous, versatile, and athletic team, capable of going on impressive runs. But both players have shown inconsistencies, especially under pressure. One, in particular, has struggled in certain high-stress playoff situations, and you can bet the Lakers will be keenly aware of that. Is it possible that the immense pressure of a playoff series could destabilize Minnesota's young core? Many are speculating whether this could be the start of another early playoff exit for the Timberwolves as they continue to search for more consistency in the postseason. Their opponents are certainly going to look to exploit any cracks in their armor. And there's one burning question that hangs over the matchup. Will the pressure of a playoff series cause the Timberwolves' young core to falter? Could this signal another early playoff disappointment for them while their rivals continue their quest for a deep postseason run? It's a fascinating scenario, and one that will have major implications on the direction of both teams. Looking at the broader Western Conference, the team currently holding the top spot still doesn't know exactly who they'll face in the first round. That unknown opponent could very well be another strong team, one that's also gearing up for the postseason. From where I'm sitting, one team stands out as a likely candidate to emerge victorious in their opening matchup, putting their opponent in a must-win situation. That's when the pressure will really ramp up, and the stakes will be higher than ever. But this top contender has its own challenges to deal with. Just recently, they made some surprising changes to their coaching staff, a decision that raises eyebrows given the timing so close to the playoffs. Normally, teams don't make such drastic moves this late in the season, and it hints at some internal issues that need to be addressed. If this team can manage to pull off a win and prepare for an intriguing showdown, it could reveal a lot about their potential moving forward. On the other hand, one team has been one of the biggest surprises of the regular season, and the playoffs will test them in entirely new ways. The experience factor, as we know, is massive in the postseason, and the ability to perform under pressure could make all the difference for the younger teams in the West. If both teams manage to make it past their first-round opponents, we could see a rematch between two iconic franchises in the next round. Imagine the buzz and excitement if they end up facing each other again. The stage would be set for one of the most thrilling series in recent memory. But for now, the focus remains on the Lakers and their first-round matchup with Minnesota. The Timberwolves may be young, but they are a formidable team, and the Lakers will need to be on their A-game to advance past them. Every possession will matter. Every play will count. And with the stakes this high, you can bet the pressure will only intensify. The question is, who will handle it better? Who will keep their cool when it matters most? We'll find out soon enough. The playoffs are here, and it's anyone's game. Let the battle begin. As we look deeper into the Lakers' potential playoff journey, it's clear that the team has several factors working in their favor. The leadership of LeBron James remains one of their greatest assets. At 38 years old, LeBron is still playing at an elite level, showing no signs of slowing down. His basketball IQ and ability to make the right decisions at crucial moments are invaluable, especially in the high-pressure environment of the playoffs. But beyond his individual brilliance, it's his ability to elevate those around him that makes him such a formidable force. Players like Anthony Davis, who has been a defensive anchor and a key offensive piece, have stepped up at critical times, proving that the Lakers have a well-rounded roster capable of going deep. However, there are still concerns that could potentially derail their championship aspirations. Injuries have been a recurring issue throughout the season, And while the Lakers have managed to push through, it remains to be seen how this could impact their performance over a prolonged playoff run. Anthony Davis, in particular, has had his fair share of injury scares, and the Lakers will need him at full strength if they hope to compete with the top teams in the West. Moreover, the team's depth has been questioned at times, especially when their role players are inconsistent. D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and others have shown flashes of brilliance, but their ability to contribute consistently in a playoff series will be crucial. One thing is certain. If the Lakers are to make a deep run, they will need to focus on maximizing their defensive schemes. The Western Conference features some of the best defensive teams in the league, and the Lakers will need to lock down defensively to give themselves a shot at advancing. Fortunately, they've built a strong defensive identity under head coach Darvin Ham, with Davis anchoring the defense in the paint and LeBron helping to orchestrate rotations on the perimeter. If they can continue to be disruptive on that end of the floor while maintaining their offensive flow, they could very well make a push for a championship. In the end, everything is lining up for what could be an unforgettable postseason. The Western Conference is as competitive as ever, and with the Lakers facing off against Minnesota in the first round, there's no shortage of intrigue. As the games get underway, expect the intensity to rise with each passing round. The road to the championship will be tough, but the Lakers are more than capable of navigating it. The question is, will they rise to the occasion? Only time will tell. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, it's the kind of twist that sends shockwaves through the NBA world. Whispers out of Los Angeles are growing louder, and they all point in one unsettling direction. Newly installed Lakers head coach J.J. Redick doesn't see D'Angelo Russell as part of his vision for the future. In a franchise known for blockbuster moves and star-studded drama, this latest development could reshape not just a roster, but an entire identity. Why would a former player-turned-coach take such a bold stance so early into his tenure? And what exactly went on behind closed doors that made DLO expendable? Sources close to the organization suggest that Redick, who brings a fresh, analytical approach to the sidelines, sees Russell as a poor fit within the high IQ, defensive-minded system he aims to implement. While Russell's offensive talent and flashy passing have never been in question, his inconsistency in big moments and lack of commitment on the defensive end have reportedly frustrated Redick and the coaching staff during off-season evaluations. Even more telling, insiders claim Redick pushed hard for Russell's departure before the front office ultimately dealt him to the Brooklyn Nets in December 2024. It wasn't just a business decision, it was philosophical. This parting wasn't about salary cap or roster flexibility. It was personal, methodical, and deliberate. Redick, still adjusting to the sharp glare. Fans were divided when the trade went down. Some saw it as the necessary sacrifice to build around Anthony Davis and maximize LeBron James' twilight years. Others viewed it as a premature move, an emotional decision fueled by ego rather than strategy. But in hindsight, the trail of hints was always there. Russell's minutes fluctuating, post-game interviews filled with ambiguity, and that growing sense that the team's chemistry had subtly shifted. Redick, known during his playing days for his sharp shooting and sharper intellect, is clearly not afraid to make hard calls. And removing a talented but polarizing figure like Russell might be just the beginning. So what now for the Lakers? And for DLO? With Brooklyn once again his basketball home, Russell has a chance to reset, perhaps prove the doubters wrong one more time. As for the Lakers, Redick's bold first move sends a message across the locker room and the league. Sentimentality won't drive this team anymore. It's system over style, culture over comfort. And if you're not all in, you're out. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.